And you're starting to work hard.
Yeah, I'm working hard. I'm starting to feel confident to put in some work. I just did 3 times 8 at threshold, and now I'll do some easy spinning and then just some aerobic stuff for another hour or so.
You caused a lot of disruption in the comment section on your last couple videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Some people say when Hayden Wild gets injured, he returns with winning a T100. Lionel just starts a new YouTube series.
I mean, with all due respect, that's very impressive, but that's a very different injury. Your sacrum takes you out of everything. You can't train, unfortunately. You have to be extremely careful. A sacrum, don't get me wrong, bike crash, bad. Shattered shoulder, really bad. But do the surgery and you can ride the bike and run pretty well immediately with no, aside from the pain, doing it is not going to do anything to you. I intend to win my first race back too, so go f*** yourself. I will win my first race back. I mean, let's just be real here. What does that mean? You know what I mean? What does that mean? If he could just come back and win off of like 2 months of training, what does that mean? Y'all in that race better step your game up because you're going to get your ass handed to you for the rest of the season by him.
Another one was, did you just self-diagnose
Also,
yourself?
did I mention, go f*** yourself.
The next one was, did you just self-diagnose yourself with Red S, or does a doctor have to diagnose you with Red S?
Buddy, I see the doctor every day. $200 a month, ChatGPT Pro.
But
So, yes, I've been diagnosed.
But some people say if you would have just hired a nutritionist, no other athletes deal with sacrum stress fractures. No other athletes. Do you think that's true?
I promise you that many of your favorite athletes have had stress fractures and sacrum stress fractures, and you don't know anything about it because how this game works is you don't really want your sponsors to know about your injuries. That's how this game works. So I have this YouTube thing, so I kind of just am able, even when I'm not racing, just keep making content because I just make it about being injured. But for a lot of athletes, they don't have that. So you don't really want that to be a public thing. You want to get over it as quick as you can. You want to kind of weather the storm, say you're working hard. Just show pictures of yourself doing things you can do and don't really tell anybody about.
Why do you think that is, though?
Why?
Yeah.
Money. What do you mean? It can always be traced back to money. You don't want your sponsors to know.
Do you think there's any other prominent athletes that have had sacrum stress fractures, though? Because it sounds like you're the only one.
This is why, Talbot, I don't read the comments, because it's just the ignorance is just so hard for me to even deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like last time I had a stress fracture. You know who else had a stress fracture? The exact same one. Jan Frodeno, the GOAT, with the best team in the world around him. The best in the world. Nutritionist, massage therapist, full-time. Best coach in the world, blah, blah, blah. Sacral stress fracture. So that's just pure ignorance. I'm not even the only one. I'm not even the first one to fracture both sides. There's been pros. I'm not going to tell names because these is not a public knowledge. I love the comment section. It's great. It's awesome. Keep it up. Keep it up. No knock on Hayden Wild. Though that guy, it's pretty hard to argue that he's not the best guy in the world right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Across distances. All of them.
Him versus Christian? 1v1?
I mean, Christian ain't going to like this, but I might be on Hayden Wild's side.
Do you claim to know everything?
No. Okay. This is why I was hesitant to make a video actually about a topic that my understanding is still very infant. And so So Kat Matthews watched the video and she said, great video, but the comment about body fat percentage, that's incorrect. This isn't a problem for a lot of people because a lot of people have a lot of body fat, so you don't really have to worry about it. If you've got body fat, you know, you're up over 5% anyway, then 6, 7, 8, 10%. It shouldn't be a huge problem because you'll burn the body fat off. And so then of course I'm like, okay, that's interesting. She might be right. Let's go do some research, which I did. And she's totally correct. Body fat percentage that's a misconception. And so then I am continuing misconceptions. So we have to set the record straight here, which is, this is what happens to me in energy deficiency, is I started to lose body fat in the initial stages of being in energy deficiency. And hormone health is still good because your body can compensate for a decent period of time. So it was burning through my body fat. But then as it was a chronic energy deficiency, then it started to actually burn through my muscle mass too. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's how it works, is body fat gets low and then it burns through muscle mass and then it downregulates metabolism. Well, no, that's not how it works. For even someone, let's say at 20% body fat, if you're in a chronic energy deficiency, if in the early stages you're still hormonally healthy, you will burn through body fat, yes. But then if you continue to be in a chronic energy deficiency, you actually, just like me, will downregulate metabolism and actually start to have trouble burning body fat because you're downregulating metabolism and you're still in a state of chronic energy deficiency, red S. And if it's be a sport, then that's where it gets the S. And you have red S even at 18% body fat or whatever. So that's a total misconception then. And you would have all the same down regulations as me at 4% body fat. So the body fat thing is total misconception. You don't have to have low body fat in order to have red S. The only recipe for red S is energy availability being chronically low and continuing to train. And so the body, you're using mind over matter, forcing the body to move and expend energy. So body says, they are not letting me stop that. So then how am I going to meet this energy demand? Well, I'll downregulate non-essential processes like bone regeneration, tissue regeneration, hormonal health, etc. And the only recipe you need is chronically low energy availability and a fair amount of exercise. Even that you don't even need that much of, as long as you're chronically low energy availability. That cost $1 million.
All right, Lionel, you can sell it.
That cost $1 million. What did it actually cost?
This is a doc. Lionel, can you tell us what this is? And also for your YouTube?
I just watched the rough cut, getting near the finish line of the feed documentary that you're working on. I believe it's a 6-part documentary.
Mm-hmm. 12-part.
12-part documentary.
6 athletes.
6-athlete documentary. Chronicling, well, it's supposed to be chronicling Ironman, but unfortunately I picked up a stress fracture and thus that's on the back burner. So we had to pivot mine to 70.3s, unfortunately. But previewing this, great concept, great idea, very motivational, pumped me right up. I can't wait to get back out there after watching that video. And so you guys are doing an excellent job.
You. Whoa, you graduating there?
I've been slowly working my way up. Slowly. I'm only doing 4 reps. Well, I'm abiding by the concept of 2 to 3 reps in reserve training. According to ChatGPT, that's a good idea for me. I'm now at 165 on my deadlift. And I could probably do 8 at that, but I'm only doing 4.
Wait, so you and Gustav have the same coach?
I think just about everybody has the same coach now. if not this year, next year we'll all have the same coach.
Oh yeah, we'll do lateral
We got a little chalk bag here because we're working out in 100 degrees.
Yeah.
So are you in or out of Nice?
Unfortunately, as this injury has gone, it's been just, I wouldn't say setback, because I just didn't really know what was going on, right, for a long time, really. And so, like, it was like, ooh, maybe I can still do Eagle Man. And then it was like, ooh, maybe I can still do Lake Placid. And then it was like, ooh, maybe I'll be back ready and I'll do Louisville as a little primer for Nice. And now it is, there's no way I'm doing Nice.
But you could swim and bike there.
I could swim and bike there. And in fact, there even was a triathlete article last week that said it's okay to DNF. It's all good to DNF. Which I totally agree with if it's an injury or something and you're going to, like, hurt yourself long term. But I'm not a fan of going into races with the intent of DNFing. It's not my jam.
But do you not think that all the fans would love to see you there?
I would love to see me there too. I don't like DNFing. I've got 1 DNF on the record, and it was, well, 2 according to the PTO website, but 1's a disqualification. That needs to be corrected because it's incorrect. The other one is Challenge Miami, where I crashed, and my knee hurt bad, and I would have done damage to myself, which I do agree with is okay, good, drop out. But if you're like, I'm just having a shitty day, I think I'm gonna drop out, not a fan at all. Won't do it. Don't want to do it. Don't want to go do the swim bike and DNF. Don't want to. Not my jam. So, not doing it. Plus, I'm starting to get back to, soon here, I'm going to get back to training. It's all good. Still got a world champs I'm going to make it to, hopefully, God willing. Heck, maybe I'll even get an invite into, maybe a bunch of people won't be able to make it, and I'll get an invite into the race to Qatar for the grand final. You never know. Get 20th, but it's all good. Apparently this way I get good stimulus for the bones and the tissue, but pretty well no soreness.
So what will your next race back be?
I know enough to know. Let's just not let's not put that out there.
But you are in the up.
I'm on the up for sure. I'm back running. Strength training. Pretty well can bike full tilt, I'd say. Swimming, using the core shorts a bit. I cut them down until they're like almost nothing, but just to keep my bum up. So I'd say another 2 to 3 weeks of building my run out, and then I would say I'm going to be probably back to being able to train all 3 disciplines again, which puts me at basically September, right? Which is like the world champs is 2 weeks later. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm going to be at like an hour run. It's like I'm not gonna put a marathon into my body. That's just, you know what I mean? It's just unkind, very unkind, and it's actually only, I believe, 16 weeks since symptoms. So it also comes with a risk of refracturing still. It's not, the bone may not be fully, it should be fully remodeled, but it won't necessarily be fully hardened. And so it would just be a huge risk. Even cracking the bike all out, you know, climbing and stuff. It's a very climbing heavy course. It's just too early, unfortunately. It's too early. So
We'll see October, November.
unfortunately, there's not much in October. There's not really much in October, and I probably won't be that fit. So yeah, you'll see me November racing. Unfortunately, I wish it was different, but that's just sometimes how it goes.